The doors are just opened. I am on the stand. I am on brand. And we are ready for Installer 2026. Lots of people just flying through the door past us now. So yeah, it should be good. Make your way down. Come and see us. Come and have a chat with us on the Renewables podcast stand. So we are inside. There's about an hour to go before the show opens. So the exhibitors are doing their last minute setups, promotional material on the stand. So I'm just having a quick walk around before we venture on up to the Renewables podcast stand where we'll be for all the 3 days. Yeah, first glance, actually, a lot of the layout looks very similar to last year, but I'm told up at the top end, and there is extra shows. I think it's the painting and decorating show, and something else that's on there. See people there. Installershow is always a fantastic show. I've been coming to it for, I think it's about 7 or 8 years, when it was still more of a plumbing and heating show. Well, it's now widened out into the renewables, electrical, building, you name it, has all sort of been integrated into the show, I think, as in installer magazines and bringing on these other brands. So yeah, what a fantastic place to all get together. And I must say, the air conditioning here is absolutely fantastic at the moment. Whether it will remain that way throughout the day, but given the heat outside, just walking down, it's absolutely fantastic to feel that cold air rushing down. Yeah, so we've got, just coming around the corner here, we've got the guys from Photonic Universe, who do lots of interesting flexible panels. We covered them in the podcast last year down at the show. And the guys at Lewis, and I forget the other guy's name we spoke to down here, but yeah, they've got wind power, Victron, flexible panels. And our favourite at the moment, Longy. Sarah Longy will be very pleased to see that down here. She is actually over in Munich for Intersolar. Yeah, lots of the guys over there, I think. Leon at Rygal's over there. Corey, who we were with last week, is over at Installer as well, where we are over here. But I think, to be honest, I think we've got the better end of the deal being over at Birmingham this time round. But next year we will likely venture out to Installer. Some passing on that knowledge to others in the industry. But yeah, I mean, like a kid in a sweet shop around here, to be honest. Just looking at some of this kit. I mean, the show's not actually open yet, so this is just exhibitors. Yeah, I'll leave it there for the woodworking expo, and you'll join us back in the main hall of Installer, where we will try and find some more electrical and renewables kit to show you. So Will has just joined me down here on the stand, and traditionally you've done a lot of gas boilers, but you're now moving into heat pumps, and I think you're saying you fit in Panasonic heat pumps.
Panasonic's our main one that we go to.
They were well known for the aircon side of things, weren't they? So I think that technology they've got progresses in. So how are you finding it moving into heat pumps? Is it a different challenge for you?
It's a different challenge, but you just adapt, don't you? And you just learn how to do what you need to do. And obviously, it's new to everyone, so everyone's learning. They're all progressing together. So
I must admit, I don't know a lot about heat pumps, and supposedly I'm having one fitted this year. Yeah. If I can nail Dan down to the date to come and do it. But,
are you on a new build, or are you on a?
No, 1950s house. But
so we have got to be fully gutted out and insulated. And
I did the underfloor heating a few years back myself. We've got cavity wall insulation. We've got plenty of loft insulation.
Yeah.
I did a bit of work my way through a heat loss calculation, and everything seems okay, but I'm no expert, so I need someone like Dan to come in and do that with me.
Yeah.
And decide. How do you do the heat loss calculations, or?
It's sort of the boss, but I've been put on them a couple of times, and we because I'm the only apprentice, I'm just learning still. But he puts me on them, challenges me, and I'm getting there.
Builds your knowledge. No, I think it's important to push yourself, and I think that's a really good point. That it's quite a complex industry,
There's a lot to consider, not only from the electrical connections, the plumbing side, which to be honest probably terrifies me, and don't let me loose with plumbing. Then to actually designing the system and making sure that's actually going to work and fulfill that. It's similar in solar. There's a lot of parts to it that have to come together to make that system work and work efficiently. Probably what's your favourite bit of the install, would you say?
It's got to be like when we do the big units and we got like the big cylinders. I like doing the cylinder.
You like doing cylinders, To be honest, some of those are an absolute work of art when I've seen those
you
piped
like get it all polished up.
use own valves and bits like that and the pumps and it can look pretty amazing.
Mind-boggling when I got first shown one, but I soon got my head around it. Do you challenge yourself and do some like Instagram-worthy work and I don't post it on Instagram, but I do have like my own little folder in my phone.
Nice. It's good. It's good to have pride in your work, though, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
How you found the show?
It's good. Like you said, it's a massive show, so we're only a quarter of the way around it yet. So got plenty to go.
It is absolutely massive. I took a walk through the halls this morning on my way in, and I was like, it's even bigger than last year. There's a lot of similar things.
Yeah, they've added that new hall as well.
So we've got the painting and decorating show behind us, and then the massive woodworking show, which looks really exciting.
Yeah, the machines in there.
That looks really. And there's a bricklaying competition down there. I don't know if you've seen that.
I haven't seen that. We've only just moved back into this hall.
So straight down there, there is like loads and loads of bricklayers and bricks everywhere, and they just go. Just looks fantastic. Right up my street, that is. Will, thank you very much.
Perfect.
Thanks for popping down. Cheers.
Thank you.
So I'm just down here with Christopher from Derby and Burton College, and you were just saying you've got a renewables room in the college set up for the students. Is that right, you were saying?
That's absolutely right, well, first of all, thank you for inviting me to have a quick chat.
No, it's great. Thanks for coming down to the stand.
Well, the thing about it is, obviously, we have got this centre set up. Okay, we are looking to develop it even more. Obviously, we need the experienced people who are actually going to be doing it. The other thing is as well, it's massive growth as well, and the way that the country's going, pushing for this net zero. So it's something that, as a college, we'd like to promote more.
And do you find the students are really interested and excited about the renewal side?
Yes, they are, because quite a few of my students. I teach the apprenticeship route, level 3s, and they are doing some of the apprentices are actually doing renewables. So it's actually, we bring them in and they can see what's going on in the college, and we can actually use an hour to train on it as well. It's not necessarily the same as if they're doing it actually on site in industry, where it's got to be perfect spot on.
Do you think that's important to be able to have the same sort of experience on site in the college to be able to try and replicate those sort of setups?
Absolutely.
So needing that kit.
Absolutely, and also, the big aspect of this as well, with anything in our industry, is health and safety as well. Okay, so the installation's got to be perfect, not only as for the actual the people who are actually installing it, but also for the customer as well. We don't want anything to go wrong with the.
No, this is it. And like you say, I think it's very different on site to in a clinical college environment.
It is.
I certainly feel like I learn hands-on doing the job. So if you can sort of replicate that as much as you can, so then when they do go out on site, they feel comfortable and confident where they are, and a lot of that is then safety, because if you feel confident in what you're doing and know what to expect, then you kind of know the dangers and everything around that, don't you? So
we find that, as you probably know yourself, that different people have different learning styles. So you have those people who are more kinesthetic, they're hands-on, you've got those who are audible, etc., etc. So give them an opportunity in the college, which they don't necessarily get on site to do. We can deliver both. We can hand two different types of learning styles, and hopefully that was going to help our industry as well.
I think that's a really good point you've touched on there, is everyone learns differently. What works for me doesn't necessarily work for someone else. So you're probably in quite a difficult position to try and adapt yourself to those different learners and their needs.
It is a challenge, but we do see the benefits of using different learning styles to actually to get this kind of installation up where it should belongs. Should I
That's
say?
it. I say it's important to be able to have that kit there, and I think we were just talking with Mark there to see if we can get a college drop over to you and visit.
Yeah.
You're literally on my doorstep as well, which is like it's fantastic. So I'm really excited to come down and see you, and hopefully Mark will come along too. Yeah, Christopher, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Michael. It's been a pleasure,
appreciate it, and
pleasure.
enjoy the rest of the show.
I will do. Thank
yeah,
you.
we'll see you soon.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
So Ben has wandered over to see me, and he's got something in his hand which looks slightly familiar. I've seen something similar before, but we don't seem to see a lot of these on solar installs. So Ben, explain to me what you've got here.
So I'm from a company called Europa, based down in Luton. We've been around for over 50 years. We're specialists in switchgear, isolators. Most of the wholesalers in the UK know who we are for what we do.
And I expect most installers have heard of Europa.
They have,
or used your equipment at some point.
100%, and we've had a very exciting couple of years launching our new lever arm isolator, screwless product, which is fantastic for the marketplace. And what we're trying to achieve at the minute is safe connections, not only in normal AC installations, but also DC installations. And that brings me on to...
It's a big topic at the moment.
Big topic.
Yeah.
So the Solar Guardian product for us, it's been a bit of an interesting product because the uptake in the UK has been pretty slow. But over the last couple of years in Ireland, the marketplace has definitely picked up some momentum, and we're seeing these products installed all the time on every install. But the UK is starting to follow suit, and we're seeing a lot of commercial installs putting these firefighter safety switches on, but we're also now seeing domestic installs look for this from a safety feature perspective, because basically what the product is, it's an automatic DC shutdown unit. So it measures things like over temperature. It's great for the installer if they're doing maintenance, because they can isolate it at the AC side, and it obviously shuts the DC side down from the roof down. So very interesting product for us at the moment, and we are seeing to see a bit of a wave forming.
Yeah, well, I think like commercially, these sort of things are specced, so it's either solar edge type system, optimized system, or especially in residential, I see a lot of people moving away from the optimizers because of the compatibility with inverters. Like Tesla Power doesn't like the optimizers. I think that's because of the arc fault detection system. Whereas I see this, potentially, that doesn't, regardless of what inverter you're using, because that is just a shutdown switch. So that should be compatible with most string inverters, I guess.
Any string inverter. So this one I've got in my hand here is the 4-pole 2-string. So really nice, neat unit. One of the good things with buying these Solar Guardians from us is that we offer UK technical support. We can do training on the product as well, because we do from 2-pole 1-string right the way up to 20-pole 10-string. So there's a full size range for every application. And the installers love it, the fact that they can pick up the phone to our office in Luton. Any advice they need, any support, we'll even go out onto site with the installers on their first install just to make sure they're comfortable where they're fitting it, because it's designed to be fitted as close to the panels it can possibly got.
This was a question I was going to have, because if you're installing this right next to the inverter, I don't see much benefit if the inverter's right, I don't know, in a garage downstairs. But if that's by the panels, now my question would be is, I wouldn't want to install that in a loft. So where else could we fit that?
Well, the good thing about this unit is the IP rating is perfect for being fitted outside. So we recommend getting it as close to the panels as you can. So most installers, when they're doing the mounting system, there's enough headspace to be able to fit it in. It's got adjustable brackets on the side which just literally pop out, and then that can be mounted on the mounting system. And where we see a lot of flat roof installations where people are doing commercial installs, they're generally mounted on a bit of unistrut or some fixings that basically it can be in visual line of sight, so it can be seen, and it's definitely ticking a lot of boxes for installers.
The fact that that one can be installed outside, I think that is a major win for it, and again, it's close to the panels, because that is what you want to do, is 100%. Isolate that DC from coming off the roof.
The good thing about this as well, because everything that we bring into the business from Europa is tried, tested, goes through rigorous testing procedures, not only through our factories but also ourselves. So we know it's good for the market in the UK, and we've got everything to back it up. So. Great.
Absolutely. Brilliant.
Fabulous.
Ben, thank you very much.
Yeah, cheers,
Thanks
mate.
for,
Thank you very much.
accidentally wandering over
No,
here
glad
with
I
that.
came
It's
over.
really good to see that. I'm really interested.
No, so
it'd be
Solar
great.
Guardian, Europa, come and
Check
get
it
your
out.
orders in. Come and have a look at it.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks.
In one word, sum up the show Installer 2026 in one word.
Sweaty.
Big.
Busy.
Massive.
Brilliant.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Renewables Podcast stand here at Installershow 2026. So we've got Jay here. What is it that you do, Jay, before we get into this conversation?
I'm the National Technical Manager for Balfour. We do insurance reinstatement work. So we come across, houses that have been destroyed by fire, water, impacts. So quite a varied market that we operate in.
So this is not going to be a cheery little bit of this podcast, is it? It's going to be
No, we had a little bit of an intro to what you see before, and wow, we need to speak about this.
Obviously,
So what are you seeing then out there in terms of related to renewables? What kind of issues are you seeing at the minute?
plenty more solar fires, definitely. It's quite scary, the horrific damage they can cause. I mean, I've shared some before with Mark, and blink of an eye and it's
gone.
It's gone.
And you were saying something quite interesting about the insurance side of things with this, with all this sort of stuff. Is it that people aren't insured, like this sort of fire is like just getting rid of their insurance, or is it that they're just not covered for that sort of fire?
You've got to make sure your rebuild costs are up to date. So if you're doing massive improvements like with you guys coming down, putting us 20, 30, 40, 50,000 pound install, you need to be making sure your insurers are aware that you've made changes to your property. Just make sure you're covered if, God forbid, if anything does happen, you're covered. So it's not until you meet the people where the houses are burnt down through, whatever's happened, whether it's electrical or gas or whatever it's been.
Yeah.
That's when it really hits home.
It's just sending shivers down my spine thinking
Honestly,
about it. But
really
it's something that actually I don't think the conversations are ever really had about that. Should we come along and fit it, but then the insurance is down to the homeowner, and it's never really a conversation we get involved in. So
it maybe should be something in like the handover pack to be like, make sure now you do inform your insurance company because obviously solar installs now aren't just the solar panels, it's like the batteries,
the whole piece.
the EV charger, like the whole ecosystem. So it's like, well, suddenly you've gone from like a £10,000, £8,000 install to something like a £20,000 install. That's like a kitchen and a bathroom or something like that in someone's house, and you wouldn't kind of just expect that not to be covered. If your house burnt down, you expect your kitchen or your bathroom to be covered. So surely now we should be looking at these systems as almost like another full asset to a property like that.
It is a massive asset.
Yeah,
they make money.
yeah, well, this is it. You're putting that benefit there to reduce the bills, but then if you actually don't cover
and
that,
you're making your house more sellable, it's more appealable to the market as well. It's no different than you install a kitchen, a lovely new kitchen, £25,000. You think it's going to give you 10 years. You've not looked at your insurance policy. You might not have full replacement. You might have only the damaged areas. So, like say you've had a small fire in a kitchen, or a flood, and you've damaged two units. You're thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a whole new kitchen here. No. You'll get the 2 units. So you just need to bear in mind if you are investing in property that you spoke to the right piece. Like you say, it might be a good piece for you lads to.
yeah, this is it. I think there's definitely something. Do you think as well, not only looking at the undervalue side, do you think insurers are going to get picky about the fact, well, we might say your insurance is void because you haven't told us about the solar?
Potentially. I mean, you've got to look into them T's and C's, and a lot of insurance policies now, they're built by an AI bot, and you're putting the information in there. Your house is based off of Zoopla.
Yeah.
House is based off of Zoopla. You've then said, okay, my rebuild cost is $250,000, $500,000, depending on where you are, $1 million, plus. You guys, like I say, you're bolting all these extra bits on. Your loan to rebuild cost could be like literally a million miles off.
What do you reckon the main issue is then, Mike? Because obviously you see probably more than all of us now, because I get bogged down with all the paperwork now, so I don't get on the roof as much. But you must come across so many different types of install where you're seeing all these problems with connections, panels, all this sort of thing.
I feel connections are probably one of the most common themes I see, and I still see MC4s made off with wires. You know, I've seen posts where they've failed and then they've took them apart, and then you can see how it's not got the proper crimp. It's been squashed with a pair of pliers, and that seems to be a common theme that goes a lot.
Then you've got the DIY market where people are going in and they're buying their own their own system. Oh, no. It's going to happen, and we're going to see an increase of, like, you know, poor, dangerous, you know, installs all over the country, because it's going to happen.
Well, if you think of the insurance side of things, a lot of, you know, if you have a boiler fitted by someone that isn't gas safe, then what happens to insurance there? If that is the fault of if the fire is the fault of the gas boiler that's been fitted. If you've had a solar PV system installed and battery system installed by someone that isn't qualified to do it, then how is that going to affect the insurance company paying out? So if we're then saying, okay, Mrs. Smith, who has absolutely zero knowledge of solar and battery, just go and buy this product from Lidl, put it in your garden in the summertime, pull the DC cables through the roof, through the window that you kind of half shut because you're going out and you don't want it to. You don't want
on
it
the
to be
security latch in, you're still denting the cable.
And over that period of time, you have that wear down. Suddenly, you short the positive negative together. Even on one panel, you set fire to the UPVC window, and then it's just it's not unrealistic nowadays.
And them type of fires, plastic fires. You know, you could have an isolated fire in the house, plastic window's gone up.
Yeah.
Honestly, the type of soot and carnage that will cause, because the fire brigade come in, open all the windows, open all the doors, go for the house, smoke goes everywhere. It's a whole reinstatement project, just getting the house back to what it was before someone went down to Lidl's, bought a $4.99 panel or whatever it's going to be.
I think, like you say, that smoke damage can cause more than just the acrid smell of that plastic burning. And
honestly, it's going to be a huge thing. Huge thing. It's quite scary. It's like I say, it's not. I mean, you guys are at the happy end of the spectrum. You go in there, everyone's happy. It's not until you're in the dregs and the cold face like us, where you go in and you're rebuilding people's properties. That's when it hits home. It really does hit home.
Definitely. Do you get to find out like some of the reports on the actual cause?
Yeah, we get
to see that. So you really do see the clip.
Yeah, you do see the full, and some of them they don't make it out. They lose pets. It's the pets ones that always get me. They lose Bruno the dog or whatever. Yeah. That's me. I'm done. Do you know what I mean?
Sad side of it.
That's a big thing.
Well, I'm hoping that over the course of this show we can have some really positive conversations. But it is still important to have these kind of real world conversations, because it is all sunshine and rainbows when you have one fitted and they see that electricity meter stop turning. But it's kind of, has it been installed correctly? Have you been notified? Who needs to be told about having a system to make sure you are protected if the worst happens? And so I think that's a really good message to end on.
Definitely, yeah.
Thanks very much for coming on. Thank you.
Thank you
meeting you, boys.
Yeah, good to see you. Cheers. Thank you. Andrew's just wandered over to the stand, and I think by the way he was saying, he's got the solution to all our integration issues of different software platforms. Is that right?
That's correct. What Tugger does is we connect all the different business platforms like Simpro, Zero, HubSpot, and we build all those business softwares that do not speak to each other. They live in silos. So if you want to ask a question of the business, you have to go see the salesman, see the manufacturing manager. But now we group all that data together as one single source of truth. And all you now have to do is ask a simple question. What was my most profitable job in August last year? And then you can ask why was it profitable?
Yeah.
Why did we lose money?
Quite granular with the data.
And you get very granular. And the thing what we're finding is that people are finding data they didn't know they had. And it's revealing so much. I mean, we were speaking to one client yesterday, and he said, I didn't realise how bad I was. Yet he's still an extremely successful person, but he's now being armed, knowing where the holes are, knowing where he's losing money, knowing where he's somebody else's profit margin.
Yeah.
So he's tightening up. And what he's also finding is if he's having a dispute, like somebody's challenging what he's done, he can come back to that person with cold, hard facts. Because it's so detailed. So when he does a report, let's say if a lift failed, He can go back, he can check every single inspection, every single component that was put on there, and by when and by who.
Yeah.
So when anybody challenges him, he's got all the information there, plus all the legislation associated with that.
So let's take that back to a electrical installer, a solar installer, for instance. So we deal with things like MCS registration, electrical certificates, job specs, solar designs, kit lists, invoices, end of year accounts. I don't know. The list goes on. How could a solar installer like myself use Tugger?
Tugger?
Yeah.
Really, all you're doing is whatever you're curious about your company.
Yeah.
You just ask a simple question. That thing when you're sat there at night thinking, how many solar panels have they fit last month? Which ones did I lose money on? Which ones made money?
Okay, yeah.
Was it fitted to the right legislation? How much cable did they use? The granular detail you get.
You can pull that out.
The wastage that you'll find within your company will revolutionise the way you're working.
So is this a software that's out there now to be used?
It is, definitely. You could be fully AI enabled in an afternoon, because what we built is the connectors.
Yeah.
So when you take those different software platforms, we've already got the connector that sort of takes the data out.
Yeah.
We map it so the AI agent or Power BI knows what that data means. It's not going around all.
Yeah.
If you was to ask your AI, it would go all around the houses, taking up time. We don't. We've got it mapped, so the AI goes straight to the relevant data, all in the different sources of data, and brings back that fully joined up picture.
Right.
And once you see that answer, you can then keep asking it questions. Why? How did that happen? Who would I get to fix this?
Yeah.
And it's just giving people that we turn the colours in one-man corporation.
Yeah.
Business owners are finding that they can I can do the marketing job, I can now do the accounts job, I can now do the tax job.
Yeah.
I can now source out who does the cheapest screws of this type in the UK.
Okay, right.
I don't go through websites.
Yeah.
It brings
that
it's
information.
exactly what screws you need.
Clever stuff. So, I mean, if anyone's interested in that, how do they find out more information?
Well, you go onto Tugger app.
Tugger app.
I'm going to be able to see that QR code.
Is there a web address that we can?
You know, we haven't got it. It's www.tugger.app.
Tugger.app. Tugger. There we go. So if you're interested in that. And is it, I guess it's a monthly subscription, is it?
We usually work for a monthly subscription, but you can pick it up and put it down as when it suits. There's no long-term contracts.
Right. Nice. Yeah.
And it starts with about £125 a month, depending on how many connectors you want to connect up to.
Yeah.
But the way the world's going, when you come up against somebody who has got this AI enabled, you very quickly realise got to move on because they're moving so fast, so quick.
Yeah, everything is moving very fast paced now, and AI is certainly the buzzword. Certainly was the buzzword of last year, and that's continuing on to this year. So I think if anyone's interested in that, Tugger.app. And is it
what I was going to say is what's really good for us, especially for the trades, you don't have to be in the office.
Yeah.
So when you're on top of the roof
site.
and somebody rings you up, could you tell me X, Y, Z? Complex question. You can say it to your AI and you can give that information from on top of the roof to your client.
Yeah, I can see where the integration of everything really helps and getting all that information together in one place. Because there's
So
definitely a disjoint between
If
that.
you've spent your working week dreading the weekend to do the paperwork,
This might be the
this will be
solution.
your weekend.
Yeah. Interesting. Andrew, thank you very much.
Thank you very
Thanks
much
for your time.
indeed. Thank
So we're here on the deck stand, and we're going to have a little look through the battleship. Do you want to tell us a bit about that? What is this?
Hi Mark, it's essentially a multi-cable flashing to take cables safely protected through a roof, a tiled roof of any type of tiled roof, but also with its fast flash base, we'll make sure that it's waterproof through any tiled roof as well. So you're waterproofing your access point of cables through the roof, and you're securing them with a gland that makes sure that the insulation around the cable is safe through the roof as well. It's an improvement on our traditional lead.
We've used a lot of those.
Yeah.
And the worry with those is maybe that they slip or they can come out and work free. That looks like it is stuck and it is going nowhere.
Absolutely. Fast Flash has been on the market for years, and we know it's one of the best products you can get for installing on a normal flashing, a cover flashing, in roofing applications, but also in solar applications where it's used extensively underneath things like GSE in-roof solar systems.
Yeah.
Contractors love it because it works. It is a premium product, so we picked a premium product. In our rubbers, we always select EPDMs to make sure they've got the qualities needed to seal, and the stretchability and the longevity. You don't see these products really, and they're kind of, so what we've done is put them behind a glass screen. Believe it or not, so many people have come up and said, "Oh,
yeah, can we touch?
Can we get a glass solar panel now?" But it's
I guess you're not going to get any wind uplift blowing that about either, so there's no noise. It's all stuck down nice and tight, and it looks like you can get PV Ultras out of it too.
Yeah.
So the bigger, thicker cables that we're all using now in the solar game. So you got that covered. In fact, I can see one just down there.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
nice.
we've tried to cater with this the same amount of cable entries that we had before on the DNLS, and we've improved it with the two up to 20mm ports for PV Ultra. So,
and this is that the same product, but it's just not been shaped? So,
yes.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
So you can use it on plain tiles, rosemaries, anything at all you want.
Anything, but also what we haven't really had a great solution for is the likes of PV Ultra and on trapezoidal metal roofs, for commercial uses. This now puts this in the game.
Yes.
For commercial uses, because we've changed it from being a round, large gland where you have to cut quite a big hole out to get the cables through, to a nice slimline profile, linear. So you literally just have to cut a small section of any tile away, or a trapezoidal
You
roof,
can make your hole where you need.
and you've still got the ability to stick it and seal it, and it will do a great job without having to screw through the roof and make,
I really like it. That is a fantastic product.
Yeah.
Anything else exciting you've got for us on here that we can have a look at?
Well, we've got some new products coming through.
Let's have a look at the new stuff.
Yeah.
Is this on here?
So this is our... I suppose we've been about 2 years in the development of this product since we first seen it. It was designed actually by a slate roofer in America.
Right.
Who could not find a way of installing slate effectively, solar on slate effectively in the US.
Yeah.
There's a lot of slate in the US, but he's a specific slate roofer. And he came up with this idea of this is the way to do it. Why remove slates when you can drill through them? It's been frowned upon for years by installers of installing a hanger bolt onto slate, mostly because they literally close the hanger bolt down to the slate, and we know that slate's
cracking it and cracking. We don't like doing that at all. So this is a new one on me, actually.
Absolutely, yeah. So what we do is, first of all, find the centre of the rafter. It's crucial you find the centre of the rafter. Yeah. But once you've found the centre of the rafter, you then drill a 32mm hole. Okay. After that, using the drill guide, which gives you the ability to go 90 degree to the rafter and perpendicular. So you get a really accurate drill. Put a pilot hole in, 7mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And take that out. Finish your pilot hole off to 70mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. After that, you've got a spacer.
Do you want me to hold that?
Yeah, that'd be great. So you've got a spacer. This comes 100mm, and you literally just cut it off with a pair of cutters.
Yeah.
parts
Okay,
there.
yeah.
So no matter what slate thickness you've got
You've
on
got
there,
enough
what
depth,
batten depth,
yeah.
you've got the ability to fully adjust it. But this product here, this top hat, basically sits above the slate. Yeah, so you set it so that it doesn't come in contact at all with the slate.
Okay. So it's not touching it.
No.
Okay.
And then this is a kind of there's a lot of wriggle room there, so we can apply the washer, which is just a push fit washer into the system. It doesn't waterproof it completely, but it helps if there's any capillary action, maybe if it ever happened. Very unlikely to get water at that point there. After that, we have. So you've drilled your pilot hole, you're ready to put your anger bolt in. We have a stainless steel fire washer, which sits on top there. Now, all of that is sitting off the slate, and it cannot compress down to the slate, okay? But all of the load is taken with the anger bolt.
Yeah.
So the anger bolt into the rafter, it's pulling something like about 496 kilonewtons, you know, a lot, 4 tons, you know, way above any kind of requirement that you want for a panel on a fixing mostly. So there's probably an argument to say you need less. But essentially what we do then is slide the plate up, you cut it to your nail point,
yeah.
So we've left plenty on there.
Yeah.
So literally a Stanley knife across, snap it off, cut it, slide it up on your slate, then fits on there, drill your anger bolt in, compress the rubber washer, you've got waterproof seal, it's fully waterproofed around there, it's fireproofed. Contractors are like saying to us now, when can I have it, rather than
so to answer that question, when can they have it?
Well, we're just putting the last bits into the production, the tooling down. I think we should have it by solar storage, and I'm sticking my neck out.
Yeah, this is it.
In the autumn.
You'll have said it now, so everyone's expecting that for the autumn. This looks quite interesting. I'll admit it's a way of mounting kit through slate I wouldn't have looked at very much doing any flashing stuff in, but that's because of the worry about cracking slates, and from what you've just shown me, this does stop that from happening. So
there's no
maybe we need to give it a fair chance and another look, I think, because we've all been put off this, I'll be honest, for a long time. But yeah, it's one I'm going to take a look at in our business. We'll see see how it works. And we'll hopefully get you in studio soon to have a wider chat about some of your stuff.
Really look forward
to it.
But
thank you for having a talk and run through this today. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
So you've got end of your line. So you reckon you're about 10 kilowatt capacity then?
That's what they said when I got the overhead line changed to an underground line to make it all a bit neater. Yeah. And he said at the time there's about 10 kilowatt capacity on my phase.
But the neighbours got it.
There's 7 neighbours, and we've got 2 phases on the pole, and I don't know whether.
So you still might have a bit of capacity if they haven't. That's one of the main, one of the big challenges of doing of going all electric and renewables is the old infrastructure that we've got.
They said I could upgrade the pole to 3 phase.
I bet they did.
And at the time it was 35 grand. And I was like, yeah, okay.
Well, we just got a customer at the minute in our install business that he's desperate for 3 phase, and they told him it was going to be easily 100 grand to do it. And he's one of these that could go, wow. And, but they've come back and said that it's 50 grand. So he's like, half price. I'm like, it's still £50,000.
See, for me, it'd be cheaper to go fully off grid.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It is a massive consideration, is that infrastructure, because I speak to people. It's so frustrating for us as a business. We chat to people and they go, I would love to get 12 kilowatt SIG inverter or Alpha or Tesla or whatever the brand is. I want the biggest inverter. I want 40 solar panels and all that. And then you put the DNO application in and they say, it's going to be 50 grand if you want anything over a 3.6 kilowatt system. And you're like,
and you want to do. It's not necessarily about the money as well. You want to do your bit for the environment.
Yeah.
And then help and make it. We moved from London to where we are because we went away for a weekend when my son was 1, and we could taste the pollution in the air.
Wow.
So we moved house.
Yeah.
It's like extreme.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
It's difficult the way
Because you've got an EV9 as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Like myself. Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Unbelievable cars. Like a tank. Like
Yeah,
rolling
you
around
got the
it
GT
like
line.
Yeah.
Yeah, 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds
It's rapid,
for a
mate.
big car.
3 tons. Weighs 3 tons as well, doesn't it? It's unreal. It
3.5
is
for me,
unreal.
isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's so.
Tyres are expensive.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I was on a lease, so they pay for all that.
Oh wow. Yeah. I've got that coming up then, I'm sure. No, it's good. Well, well, all best for your training.
Yeah.
And look forward to hopefully teaming up on an install.
Fabulous, thank you.
So much.
Cheers.
So it's been some adventure through with the Installer Show. We spoke to a fair few people, haven't we, Sam?
Yeah, I think it's safe to say we're both absolutely shattered now, aren't we? Man, it's been a great show, and there's so much to see here. And obviously, when you're in a stand, you're kind of a bit locked to the stand. But even then, we've been out for a little wander and had some really great conversations. So, yeah, it's a great show, and it's a great place to come and just learn a little bit. I've always said about these shows, that one person you meet, or that one company you see, or that one product you see, can change everything. That's why these shows are just so worthwhile.
Absolutely, and massive thanks to Mike if he's watching this. We know he will be, for helping us out, because he's been a powerhouse, hasn't he?
Absolutely.
We're recording and just manning the stand while we've been wandering around. Couldn't have done it without him, quite literally, this time. So thank you very much, Mike. And as Sam said, loads of the exhibitors here, just learning and being amongst it is what it's all about as well. Other installers knocking about, having a chat and a conversation. It's been really, really nice. And yeah, thank you to Installer Show again for the opportunity. Anything else you want to add, mate, before we?
Absolutely not. No, I think we've hopefully all of the interviews and things that we've put out there as part of the episodes in whatever form they've come out in, because it'll be quite a varied couple of podcasts that will probably come out of this. Thanks to all the guests that we've had, and hopefully some of the people we've met here will join us on a full-length podcast, because we've had quite a few inquiries there to come and join us and have a real sit-down conversation, as you'll have seen across all the other podcasts. So, yeah, that's about everything, really.
Yeah, that's about it, isn't it, mate? And thank you to you for spending the time with you again for the last 3 days. I've really enjoyed it, just chilling out on an evening, having a chat about the industry. It's been really nice.
Yeah.
And if you guys have enjoyed the content, drop your comments in us below. Don't forget to subscribe to wherever you're watching or listening to this. If you want to get a week ahead, see what's coming along, you can subscribe over on Spotify. Yeah. And otherwise, we'll probably see you on the next one. But we definitely will.
Yeah.